we were discussing about heat, and there, from the definition of specific heat of a body, of the material of a body, we have seen that if a body of mass m made up of a material with specific heat S is heated through a temperature T, then it will require Q amount of heat, where Q is equal to m into S into T. I think you know that what is specific heat of a material. That means specific heat, for example, specific heat of copper is 0.09 calorie per gram degree Celsius. It means to raise the temperature of 1 gram of copper through 1 degree Celsius, 0.09 calorie of heat is required. Specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. It means to raise the temperature of 1 gram of pure water through 1 degree Celsius, 1 calorie of heat is required. 1 calorie of heat is required. And so from unitary method also you can understand that if we want to heat 500 gram of water, and its specific heat is, just I now told you, that 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius is to be heated through 20 degrees Celsius, then it will require 500 into 1 into 20 calorie of heat, that is 10,000 calorie of heat. So this is one important relation that we should know, that Q is equal to m s T, where m is the mass of the body, S is the specific heat of the material of the body, and T is the temperature through which it is being raised, the rise in temperature. From this, we shall try to understand two important terms. One is thermal capacity of a body. Thermal capacity of a body. Thermal capacity of a body is defined as the amount of heat required to heat the body through 1 degree Celsius, 1 degree. According to the unit, it will be 1 degree Celsius or 1 degree Fahrenheit or 1 Kelvin. That is what is thermal capacity of a body. If we use this equation Q is equal to mst, then we can see that if a body is made up of some material whose specific heat is S and its mass is m, then it is to be heated through 1 degree. Therefore we can see that from Q is equal to mst, we get Q is equal to m into S into 1. Therefore Q is equal to ms. That means thermal capacity of a body will be equal to the mass of the body into the specific heat of the material of which the body is made, and its unit will be either calorie per degree Celsius or joule per Kelvin, or maybe British thermal unit per degree Fahrenheit. These are the different units of thermal capacity of a body. To give an example, I can say that thermal capacity of the kettle is 80 calorie per gram, 80 calorie per degree Celsius. Suppose there is a kettle, its thermal capacity is 80 calorie per degree Celsius. It means that if we want to heat the kettle through 1 degree Celsius, we have to supply 80 calorie of it. We have to supply 80 calorie of it. Similar will be the situation in case of cooling. That means if it is to be heated, cooled through 1 degree Celsius, it will release or it will give out 80 calorie of it. From this definition, you should understand the difference between thermal capacity and specific heat. Mind it. These two are not same thing. Thermal capacity is the property of the body. Then suppose I am having this duster, I can talk about the thermal capacity of this duster. But specific heat is the nature of the material of the body. Kettle, it is made up of, say, aluminium. So specific heat of aluminium. It may be of a kettle, it may be of any other utensils or anything else. But thermal capacity is the property of the body. It depends on the mass of the body. Therefore, specific heat is more fundamental or more intrinsic compared to thermal capacity. Thermal capacity may be specific heat may be considered as specific thermal capacity of the body, specific thermal capacity of the material. So that is what is thermal capacity of a body. Thermal capacity of a body, again I want to say that it is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a body through 1 degree. Automatically it will be equal to the amount of heat that the body will give out for 1 degree fall in temperature. Another term that I want to discuss here is water equivalent of a body. Water equivalent of a body. Follow it properly, it is a bit more complicated. Water equivalent, and we are discussing in the chapter of heat. That means the body is equivalent with some amount of water in regard to acceptance or release of heat. In regard to acceptance or release of heat. How is it defined? Now, water equivalent of a body is the amount of water that will undergo or that undergoes same change of temperature as is undergone by the body by accepting equal amount of heat. That is water equivalent. That means what I want to say again, water equivalent of a body is the amount of water that undergoes same change of temperature. Change of temperature means it may be rise or it may be fall as is undergone by the body by accepting equal amount of heat. Just first of all let me explain it. That suppose there is a body, its mass is S, it is made up of a material with specific heat S, and that is being heated through temperature T. Then from Q is equal to MST, we know it will take Q amount of heat, where Q is equal to M into S into T. So the body is taking Q amount of heat. This Q amount of heat is being given to say W gram of water. And it is observed that W gram of water also undergoes same change of temperature as is undergone by the body. That means it is also undergoing a rise in temperature through T degree. Then for water we can write Q is equal to W into 1 into T. Why 1? Because for water we know its specific heat is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Therefore, from these two we can write Q is equal to MST and Q is equal to W into 1 into T. We can write W into T is equal to MS into T. So W is equal to M into S. Then this W gram will be the water equivalent of this kettle. This W gram will be the water equivalent of this kettle. That means instead of heating the kettle, you may consider as you are heating W gram of water. So far as ability of acceptance or release of heat, W gram of water is equivalent to the body. For example, I am saying, so its unit will be the unit of mass. Its unit will be the unit of mass. So be careful. In CGS system, what we see, what we observe is the thermal capacity of a body and water equivalent of a body. They are having same numerical values, but they are totally different quantities. Thermal capacity refers to some amount of heat, whereas water equivalent refers to some mass of water. Water equivalent refers to some amount of water. I am explaining the term water equivalent. The water equivalent of this kettle is 50 gram. It means that to heat the kettle through T degree Celsius, an amount of heat will be required, which will heat 50 gram of water through T degree Celsius. That means, suppose you are heating the kettle through 40 degrees Celsius. You have to supply some amount of heat. That amount of heat is being given to 50 gram of water. Then it will be observed that the 50 gram of water is also undergoing a rise of temperature through 40 degrees Celsius. That is what is water equivalent means. That is what water equivalent means. This term is very important and this will be required particularly when we shall proceed with different calorimetric calculations. For example, suppose you have been given a kettle and in the kettle you have 500 gram of water and the water equivalent of the kettle is given to be 50 gram. Then we can consider as if we are heating 500 gram plus 50 gram of water. That is the significance of water equivalent of the kettle. Okay, so try to understand these two terms properly. Thank you all. Community.